Welcome to another stage analysis video. It's Sunday the 27th of April 2025. Lots to get through as always on the weekend video. We're going to start off with some of the watch list stocks from the weekend watch list post. So COUR, one of the more interesting ones out of the weekend, with a sign of strength bar here we see from the earnings reaction on Friday. So Mansfield RS crossing back above the zero line following the recent spring. So got a bit of a decent sized structure here going all the way back to June last year, where it had the selling climax and had an extreme automatic rally coming back off for a secondary test, and then also had an up thrust above the 200-day moving average with a failed breakout attempt that quickly came back in again, and obviously having the shakeout forming the spring, a sign of strength bar, and then following through with yet another sign of strength bar. So looking for this to continue out with a stage 2 breakout attempt, potentially start to move higher into early stage 2. So if we look at it on the weekly chart, you can see the structure in a little bit more detail there. So you can see very wide. It did come off quite extreme move originally. So if we go to the longer term chart here, this isn't one that's had a decent stage 2 run at all in its lifetime. So the IPO back in 2021 here came off immediately, started to drop off down, deep stage 4 decline. So moved sideways in stage 1 and then had this brief stage 2 move before falling back over again into stage 4. So this latest move into stage 1 here, you can see the stage 2 breakout level not far away here. So just around the weekly close here. So if it does start to move through this 8.8 area here, we could be looking for a stage 2 breakout through this area, as I said. So look at that on the, see its biggest stage 2 move to date has only been 70.76%, which was that brief period up through here. So looking for that to start moving out. In terms of its group, education services here, so you can see it's one of the top performers within its group. We go into the group page here, which has been fairly consistent over the last 2 years, still in stage 2B at the moment with that. So you can see some rebounds with the technical attributes of the group, and around 40% or so of stocks above their 30-week moving average in the group. So as I said, looking reasonably strong in terms of the overall structure. Oh, come out of the page now. Sorry, need to go back. Next up, I want to go to Eli Lilly. So this has the big weight loss drugs at the moment. We've got Wegovy, which Lilly make, and Ozempic. No, I'm not talking about Novo Nordisk there. Wegovy and Ozempic are made by Novo Nordisk, which also has earnings coming up in the coming week. Also, Eli Lilly has I think it's called Mounjaro, and they have another new one coming out as well at the moment, which is apparently having better results than that. So really obviously popular in that with what's going on with the weight loss and diabetes markets. So you can see the relative strength of this one over the last year. It's been going sideways, stage 3, a few failed stage 4 breakdown attempts through here, and starting to move back up. So to turn back towards stage 2 again, start to move back up through this sort of 920 area up here. So earnings on the 1st. Again, if we look at the weekly chart on this, spinning. Look on the weekly chart on this, you can see the broader structure that's developed. So just need to see it pop up and out back through here for a new stage 2 attempt. You can see technical attributes has strengthened dramatically over the last few weeks. It's gone from a 0 to a 9 within the last few weeks, which is the spring, and followed through. So a little bit of a sign of strength move there, but hasn't yet broken out of the structure. Within the pharmaceuticals group, it's the second strongest stock at the moment. Lost me place here. So Next up, CCJ, so uranium stocks starting to improve with their technical attributes this week. So if I just quickly go to here, put the chart list up. So the uranium stocks, you can see stage 4 minus this week. So if we go to the sub-stage change up here, so we go to stage change and go sub-stage change, you can see 8 of the stocks within the group changed this week. So we go back to all with there was only 12. So vast majority of them actually moving from stage 4 into 4 minus this week. You can see from the score change plus ones through there. So they were a 0 and now you moved up to a 1. So if we come back to CCJ here, you can see just closing back above the declining 10-week moving average for the first time. So moving from a stage 4 to stage 4 minus, which Stan calls stage 4B minus. But on the website we separate the 4B minus and 4 minus to give you a better idea of where a stock is within the stage. So we don't give it a B, stage 4B, until it's hit 39 weeks within that stage, so 3 quarters in the stage. So it wouldn't be a stage 4B minus unless it had been deeper into stage 4 and decided to recover. So you get a lot more earlier ones that are just called stage 4 minus and gives you a bit of context of where it is in stage 4, i.e. it hasn't been in stage 4 for very long, but it's now moving back above its 10-week moving average and closing back above that again. So for this one, we need to start to get back above the 50 area here to get anywhere near stage 2 again at the moment. You can see on the daily chart here also we've got the 180R levels area highlighted. So the plus 180R level and the minus 180R level is the purple band on here. So just close back above that plus 180R level, which determines a short-term uptrend when it's above and a short-term downtrend when it's below. So you can see for the vast majority of the last 4 or 5 months here, it's been below the minus 180R level with a few moves back into neutral territory. We only had this brief period where it managed to close back above the 50-day moving average before it rolled down into stage 4 here. So this is the first close in stage 4 back above the 50-day moving average, and it's not too far from that 200-day moving average. So looking for a move up towards the 200-day moving average, potentially start to build some kind of broader base and then possibly start to move back up into stage 2. Again, earnings coming up with this one 1st of May before the open, so very soon on that.